So they were all
Kingdom, bro. It's
they
magical.
never thought of that. But they were all friends, and Aleister Crowley and Jack Parsons were very close, as well as Ron. And he was doing some kind of rituals.
All the time.
And in my opinion, and this is maybe where a lot of people don't talk about it, I think he was getting this information from this unseen realm, this occult realm, and that's how he was able to build these rockets. Because otherwise, he had
He
no
says it
experience.
himself. He
Does
says
he?
he had a vision. Jack Parsons had a vision that an entity came to him named Belial Dajjal. Dajjal is literally the Arabic word for Antichrist.
Really?
This is in his words,
Huh.
not me putting them in there. This is in his tradition, his history. I was
Wow.
contacted by Belial Dajjal. Dajjal is the Arabic word for Antichrist. And he said that this being told him, "You're very important for my work. I'm going to show you how." And through that vision is how he invented the fuel for us to go to space.
Wow. That's I didn't know that he
Yes.
actually
Now, what are the odds that this guy who is openly in the occult, openly doing black magic, openly doing rituals, says he has a vision where an entity, nothing other than a demon, showed him, just like the devil showed humanity how to make music
and work with metal?
So what's the lesson there?
Yeah.
The devil shapeshifted and taught humanity how to play instruments. The weekend started from that point on. So that means that there's been this clash between our two species. It's been going on since day one, since the devil declared war on the children of Adam. And he's done a phenomenal job to even make groups of them judge people based on their skin color. And
You know,
all the rest.
you know who else was having these same type of visions that people don't really talk about, and if they do, they talk about them in a higher regard. Is Nikola Tesla? Tesla was doing the
also
same type
another
of
one.
thing. We never frame him as an occultist, but he was doing the same thing. He said he would get into these trance-like states and be given these downloads.
Downloads, bro. They call them downloads. I
Yeah.
call them demonic transferences of knowledge. Their species was on Earth long before us. They built cities. One theory I've had could also be maybe they built these civilizations that we can't explain. And then when God cast Adam down, again, I don't know. This is a theory. So all glory belongs to God, and may He have mercy on my soul if I'm wrong. But maybe the Egyptians didn't build the pyramids. Some of the archaeologists believe they built all the shitty ones that are not perfectly cosmically aligned.
Yes, yeah.
All the ones that are around the Great Pyramids. Maybe these structures that we can't explain how they moved the stone and this and that and how is it perfectly carved and all this stuff was because before Adam was cast down from the heavens, God locked them into a different dimension on the same earth. So they're living in the same time, parallel to us on the earth, and that's what's going on. Maybe they built these structures and then we inhabited the earth and we found these structures. I'm not saying that's 100% the truth, but it's a very interesting theory I've started to talk about publicly.
Yeah, you should.
Otherwise, it was through the art of black magic. Pharaoh did black magic, and that's how they got some of this knowledge, because we learn, even in the Quran, it mentions black magic, and they learned in Babylon that which they should not have learned. They sold their souls for knowledge, because God sent two angels down to test the Israelites during the time of Babylon, Harut and Marut. And it said they learned not what would profit them, but what would basically they would lose their soul. They would get knowledge, but they would lose their soul. And a lot of this witchcraft occurred during the time of Solomon. And this is another place where Christianity and Islam break. From the Christian perspective, they believe that Solomon actually fell into witchcraft and did all that. We don't believe that. The prophets of God did not make catastrophic errors. They might have made errors from their humanness, but not something that would take them out of faith completely. To perform in black magic or witchcraft is you're done. You're finished. Your soul is done. But we know that they had the ability to learn that which separates man from wife. So
who had that ability? You saying Solomon?
The time of Babylon. No, not Solomon. We don't believe Solomon committed witchcraft. Christian perspective does.
Well, he just had control over demons, right? The demon realm.
He had the power. Like I said earlier, what I say in the beginning of the episode, every prophet was given a gift.
Yeah.
We believe Solomon was given the power to control this dimension and their dimension. He had rule over both dimensions. And we learn a lot about the demonic realm from him, because they would boast, oh, I can bring this back to you in a millisecond. I can basically teleport in a millisecond. Yeah. So we learn. So from the Islamic perspective, we know the demons come in different shapes and forms. We don't call them demons. We call them jinn. They're a different species.
Mhm.
A lot of what they classify with aliens is the powers that we've already said they've had for thousands of years. The ability to whisper into the soul of humanity. I don't know why these thoughts. And the more polluted you are with drugs and alcohol and disconnected and following the lustful acts of a human, the further you're cut off from source, and you don't reset and you don't cleanse. And now you become a vessel for the demonic realm.
Mm.
Spirit cooking type. A little spirit cooking type. We're going to make a nice cake look like a human being. Because that's how the devil gets you. The devil don't get you to do the final act right away. He gets you slow.
Yeah.
He takes you away from God slowly right away. Adultery doesn't begin with the final act. It begins with what? Looking, then talking, then laughing. Ha ha ha. Then, hey, you want to get a drink? Then, hey, let's have dinner. Hey, I'm going to rent this hotel. You want to come hang out? We're just going to hang out. Oh, we'll have a little coffee. Next thing you know, you're both pants off and you just committed an act that destroys your soul. Physical act feels great. Feels amazing. People go, why you believe in God? I'm like, look at the way he designed the man. Funny. He gives them a stick that gets them in a lot of trouble, bro. A lot of trouble.